Eric Garcetti and his hand-picked Los Angeles Police Commission are knowingly and intentionally violating the constitutional rights of the public, and specifically Black Lives Matter members here at the Los Angeles Police Commission meeting. And they're doing so to the detriment of Angelenos. Angelenos are harmed not just because it sends a message that if they speak up about anti-Blackness, if they speak up about LAPD killings, if they speak up about the abuses of the Los Angeles Police Department against the community, that they will be arrested, but they are setting this city up to be sued. And it's a shame because the mayor knows that this city loses every time a lawsuit is filed to the tune of hundreds of thousands of dollars at this point when they suppress speech in public meetings. And these lawsuits that they've had previously have not even involved arrests. They've been lawsuits that have involved people wearing a Klan outfit. They've been lawsuits involving people being ejected, people being silenced. Here we have at least 5 people who have been falsely arrested, who have been arrested for crimes that never occurred, who have been arrested, as in the case of Dr. Melina Abdullah, for crimes that were fabricated. A detective fabricated a story saying that Dr. Abdullah punched her. When Dr. Abdullah, it is clear on the video, which is live streamed from the police commission, that she was just speaking at the podium. And because she was speaking the truth of the ways in which this police commission continues to suppress, oppress, continues to hide, continues to work with the system and against the people who they allegedly speak for and who they allegedly represent, at the behest, clearly, of Eric Garcetti, she was arrested. And so our message, one of our messages here is that Angelenos should take note, and they should maybe let their mayor know that they don't want to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars, that they're tired of having to bear the burden of the gamesmanship that the mayor and his cronies at the Los Angeles Police Commission are playing. We ask and we demand that these forcible removals stop. We ask and we demand that these false arrests stop. We ask and we demand that if the mayor does not care that Los Angeles was seen and will be seen around the world as a laughing stock for claiming to be a progressive city while arresting people for speaking up, that he should at least care about the money that Angelenos pay in taxes that they want to have go towards resources for the community, not arrests of people who are engaged in constitutional free speech.
Good morning. My name is Melina Abdullah. It's spelled Melina. Last name is Abdullahh. And I'm an organizer with Black Lives Matter. Last week I was arrested at Los Angeles Police Commission meeting. Been coming here every week for almost 2 years now. And this is my first time being arrested out of the commission meeting. It's my third arrest for engaging in the work of ending state-sanctioned violence against Black people and against all people, but it's my first out of a public meeting. I'm a political scientist by training, and what I teach my students is that it's a hallmark of democracy to engage in what we call civic participation. Coming to meetings like this is civic engagement, and we're under no illusion. We know that if we looked any other way, if we were anything else other than Black, we would not be arrested for participating in our civic duty, for engaging in democracy. Oh, under Matt Johnson, he's been president of the police commission for 8 months. 5 of us, all organizers, have been arrested for simply speaking out. All 5 of the arrestees are here today. Brother Greg Akili, who's a longtime organizer trained by Cesar Chavez. Brother Tut Hayes, who is 81 years young, was arrested simply for saying he didn't like how the young ladies were being treated, who were Jasmine Abdullah, also known as Jasmine Richards, and Mia Mina Minor, who you heard from earlier today. We know that Matt Johnson was handpicked by the mayor, Eric Garcetti, in order to be a black face on white supremacy, in order to make it seem that it couldn't possibly be white supremacy or racism that was having black organizers arrested. But we know that this is a long-held tactic of white supremacy to usher up, to call up hand-picked black folks who are acting in their individual interests rather than the community interests. Why is Eric Garcetti doing this? He's doing this for two reasons. First, to deter us from protesting. First, our folks who want to come out are often saying, well, if I come to police commission meeting, which is already very difficult to get to, it's at 9:30 in the morning on a work day and school day in a heavily militarized building where we are often outnumbered by the police themselves, right? So it's a huge commitment to be here. They're wondering, if I come, will I also be arrested? So we're all wearing stickers that say, are you going to arrest me too? Because we simply don't know. So the first goal is deterrence. That's what Garcetti is trying to deter protest. But the second goal is to divert us. The reason we are here, the reason that we are standing up, the reason that every single one of our arrests were worth it, is because we are standing to call the name of Waukesha Wilson, of Giselle Ford, of Brendan Glenn, of Alicia Thomas, all of the 21 folks that LAPD killed in 2015, all that they killed this year, making them the most murderous law enforcement unit in the entire nation. And so we're saying we will not be deterred and we will not be diverted. We will stand with the families of those who were most harmed. And every week since Easter Sunday, we've stood with Miss Lisa Hines, the mother of Waukesha Wilson, and we will continue to stand with her. And so we're going to call up Miss Lisa Hines, the mother of Waukesha Wilson, who was killed on Easter Sunday in the LAPD Metropolitan Detention Center.
My daughter Waukesha was killed. You know, I get lost for words each time I talk about this because I really don't know what happened. Nobody from the police department has reached out to me or anything. I have been coming to the Black Lives meetings week after week, showing up with them at the police commissioners meetings, and I was just appalled, shocked and appalled last week when Dr. Abdullah was arrested, and all she was doing standing at the pole talking about my daughter, you know, talking about the demands we made about getting some information. And Matt Johnson and the rest of them, they just tried to shut her down. And when she refused to stop talking, it seemed like the whole police department just surrounded her. And I just burst out in tears, you know, it was shaking. Something just came over me like I thought we was in here with the police where we're supposed to feel safe. I wasn't safe at all. All I could do is start crying and saying, why are you guys doing this, you know? It don't make sense. They're just speaking what's right. I thought we had a speech of freedom here in California, in the United States, you know? I thought America is where everybody wanted to live. But not like that. You're scared of the police when they're supposed to be here to protect and serve? What kind of service is that? Who do we go to when we're in, need of help? Who do we go to? Seems like the only people I can go to is the Black Lives Matter organization. Because they're the ones here to help me. My daughter has been dead since March 27th. And it's a shame I haven't got any information on how she died. I know two things. First, they said she was found hanging from the phone booth in her cell. Then another police stated that she was found in the middle of the floor. How do two officers say two different things? And she's in one jail. I don't understand. I was with my grandson, my daughter's son, this weekend. And he asked me, Grandma, why did the police kill my mom? Why? I couldn't even give him an answer. And he said, Grandma, I thought the police supposed to help us, but they killed my mom. I'm scared of the police now. I couldn't do nothing but cry and tell them we're going to be all right. So you have kids scared of you now. Police. Kids are scared of the police. That don't make sense. It don't make no sense. Oh my God. I don't know what to say.
Say her name.
Waukesha Wilson.
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 We can take a few questions if there are any.
I have one. Has any of the 5 of you who have been arrested at the meetings here, have you been served any sort of summons or paperwork from the city attorney's office, or do you know if charges have been filed at this point?
At this point, charges have not been filed. It is our expectation, especially given at this point the losing track record of the city attorney's office on these protest cases, that they will also not try to waste more taxpayer money, and that they've already done wasted, and that they won't file any charges. There's nothing to file charges on, and they know there's nothing to file charges on. You can't arrest people for resisting arrest when there was no legal basis for an arrest. You can't pursue that. You can't pursue battery on a peace officer when there was no battery on a peace officer.
Yeah, I think the police will say, you're welcome to it's on your opportunity for free speech, but this is the meeting is disrupted and you can't get on with the meeting, then you're breaking the law. What would you say to that?
That's not true. That disrupting a meeting is not breaking the law. They have the option of closing the meeting. They used to do that. When did we have 6-minute meetings? They would just say, okay, we're not talking to you anymore. But there's a bigger issue because the police are not the ones who decide what happens in the police commission meeting. That's supposed to be decided by the police commission, which is supposed to be the watchdog of the police. Instead, they're turning out to be the lapdog of Eric Garcetti and the Los Angeles Police Department. That's not the position that they're supposed to be in. Watchdog and lapdog are two different things. Maybe they need the definitions. But that is the position they put themselves in now. And so disruption is allowed. That is perfectly allowed. The lawsuits that the city has already suffered has vindicated the notion and the understanding, the law, that disruption is allowed. They have things that they can do if they feel like the meeting's gotten out of hand, including shutting down the meeting. But they cannot decide that they are only going to arrest Black Lives Matter members for what they consider to be disruptions. Other people talk longer than they're supposed to talk past the beat. Other people cuss, other people chant, and other people use racial slurs. Nothing happens to them. That's perfectly acceptable. Black Lives Matter folks get up and start talking 15 seconds over the time, and all of a sudden you're arrested. Say someone's name, Waukesha Wilson, all of a sudden you're arrested. So it's not just unconstitutional, but clearly selective in terms of Black Lives Matter, and clearly discriminatory in terms of Black people, because these are the only people being arrested and forcibly removed.
Can you explain the issue about the meetings? You've been trying to get a meeting with...
So we've requested a meeting with Matt Johnson. We want the meetings to be public, right? So we're not interested in having private conversations with Matt Johnson. Initially, he refused, and then he agreed to meet with us. We had a meeting scheduled, and the day before that the meeting was scheduled, he pulled back and said, well, I don't want to meet with you all publicly. I only want to meet with 2 people per organization. So we submitted the request from Black Lives Matter, Stop LAPD Spying Coalition, and Los Angeles Community Action Network. So he said that he'd basically meet with a total of 6 people and deny our community the right to be present. And that's not something that we were interested in. Moreover, we're also requesting that the overall police commission meetings be changed. So one of our 5 demands as Black Lives Matter is that these police commission meetings actually be accessible to the community that they're supposed to represent. So the police themselves issued a list of best practices for police oversight boards. One of those best practices is to never meet in a police department facility, and to always meet at a time that is most accessible to working people, so evenings or weekends. LAPD is refusing to do that by having it in their headquarters in a place that is heavily militarized and policed and offers a constant threat of arrest and intimidation, and also at a time when most people are either working or in school. So we're demanding that that be changed immediately, and our labor partners have actually signed on to this request. So Eric Garcetti, the mayor, has received a letter from UTLA. He's received a letter from the California Faculty Association. He's received a letter from SEIU, and lots of other labor partners are signing on saying that this is not a democratic process.
We good? Everybody?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now for those of you watching the live stream, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the stream for right now, and then I'm going to go inside the meeting, and then we'll
Say a quick prayer for us.
we will
So we can make sure whose side we on. Let's pray.
so they're going to do a prayer here, and I'm going to go inside the meeting, and then I'll come back live when I get in. So Pastor Q of the Church Without Walls in Skid Row is leading a prayer now.